At least because I don't know what's happening. I just woke up. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have a tough time streaming today. I'm assuming my laptop's gonna switch off because it's dead. It's on 20%, and I just, I just does not want to charge, so I don't know what to do. Anyone is struggling here? I don't think I can really stream today. It's obviously gonna affect my trading as well because I won't be able to backtest or anything like that. But yeah, I just want you guys to know that I'm here. I'm busy. I think I'll just have to stream until the switch is off. Oops, 6:15. Oops, 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 oops. Oh, 6:15. It's 5:16. Oh, all my power is going into this cable. As I'm keeping trying to get to George. Mm. He's finally charging me. I'll just have to keep it like this, like now. And so I think my fingers gonna putting all my strength into trying to keep this thing to charge. Oh, it's tough. Trying to get me a new charge. Hopefully, I can ask the company to sponsor me with it because I mean, it is a work laptop and it's not something due to negligence or so on. I really can't help the fact that this laptop just doesn't want to charge. Anyway, guys, I'm going to start to read now. Then, yeah, okay, fuck you, automatic management, but money flow, even splitting, focusing on a couple of big ones. So we need to show when do you get to spend all this money? But the great question, the only people who've asked me to say, oh, actually, what's about saving too much. Whatever thing money I'm control and getting targets, you absolutely should spend the leftover money. Look at your savings goals, if you don't have something, you should use that, maybe you should otherwise what this all is money for. This is a reason to let you know what you want to do. Yes, it's true. Every dollar you spend now would be much worth more later, but living only is no way to go. After meeting a cult and lateral to to start saving this and increase the amount of the this has sounded cheesy, but one of the best returns I've ever gotten has been when land therapy. It's your time or your money. I can't emphasize enough how important it is to give back. Be it to your own community or to the global community, volunteer your time at a local school or youth organization in New York City. Theater or New York is or donate charity that supports a cause you care about. I've donated to Pencil Promise from no one, she purchased it in one. The matches are put from the fortunately the solutions too. What I really want to live stream, so I think I'm just gonna do it. Not live stream, I mean film a video because I haven't done one in a while. So yeah, I think I'm going to do it. But he's also in a state. Like, give me a break. Damn. To cut my ASAP. Maybe today I'll cut it. I'll see. I think I'm gonna cut me today. Hey, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video. So today I'm just going to be taking you guys again through my day and the updates I'm going through on life. I haven't been posted in a while. I haven't been posting in a while, so yeah. It's currently, I don't know if you can see the time, but 5:27. And through different things in my life, I prioritize different, yeah. It's currently 5:27, and during different periods of my life, I prioritize different things. So that's why I'm just updating you guys and bringing you along with me. Today I'm just going to be taking you guys again through my day, yeah, the updates. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I'll just be taking you guys again through my daily routine and the things that I'm working on each and every day. And yeah, through different periods of my life, I prioritize different things. So that's why I'm just updating you guys. And as you can see, it's currently 5:28. We are busy live streaming, and yeah, we live streaming every day to 0 viewers, as you can see, but I'm doing it for myself and to keep myself accountable. So yeah, this is our current situation. And you guys might be asking, like, Michael, why is your arm so far down with the laptop? Like, what's happening? Can't you just be free? And the answer is no, because this is my current situation. I'm struggling with charger issues, so my laptop does not want to charge. So unfortunately, I have to like use all my power to keep this thing in place. So usually I start my day off with the hour and a half of keyboard practice. But the thing is, I'm streaming, so if I let go of this, my laptop is not fully charged, and then it's gonna switch off, and the stream will end. So that's why for now I decided I'm gonna read first. Yeah, I'm reading I'll Teach You to Be Rich. My second finance book I'm reading now. And I just feel nice, educating yourself, being more knowledgeable. So I'm growing a lot. Reading has really helped me grow. And I'm very grateful and I'm thankful to myself for starting to read because it's only going to benefit me. But yeah, that's all for now. Just going to take a few clips until I'm done. That you know what I've read and how it's gone. So yeah, I have a walk so later, so I will let you guys know how that goes. Thanks, safe tools for yourself, but thanks, which That's going to get very tricky very quickly. So I'm going to give you a rule of thumb and encourage you to be professional. Since when freelancers turn average rules around self-employment taxes, they get surprised. Tax time come around. Freelancers will stand as a rule of thumb. You should set aside 40% of it. Your bookkeeper can advise you exactly how much to decide and how much to auto and how to automatically go to the payments. Just a professional is worth it. I also recommend using you need a budgeted planning tool if you have irregular income. Ah, give me a break, man. Your money is now automatic. Congratulations. It's now autopilot. Impulse be automatic. They're actually saving and investing money each month. The system is set to work, so it's much involvement. It's flexible enough to add and remove any account. You accumulate your money by default. Allow the system with three reasons. Limited money flow takes advantage of human psychology. And I motivate terminals sleep, distracted and focus on other things. That's normal. These systems will continue to grow your money. The system has worked for hundreds of thousands of people and will work for you too. Your system will grow with you. You can contribute $100 a month and your system will just work. Now imagine getting a series of raises and consistent returns from your investment. Other such as tax refund, in fact, and you're contributing 10K per month, about 50,000 a month. Your system will still look beautifully. System makes you go from one to one thing I love about the system is it takes you out of day-to-day emotional decisions and lets you focus on longer term ones. For example, think about the way most people describe their daily purchases. They struggle to resist. Is it? They feel guilty about buying coffee. They admit. Being bad at this purge for the sandbag. I hate those words. And you should be about all the good things it can do, not the bad. To do that, you won't agonize over thousands of micro decisions a month. You have to focus on the bigger picture. This system means you get to bring your vision of a rich life alive. I believe that you can tell a lot about your own values by where the money goes. As I always say, show me someone's calendar and spending, and I'll show you the priorities. Now you have an answer to the question, what does your spending serve for you? For example, I spend a lot on clothes, guilt free. I will pay your cash from your statement that any expenses they are to feel like you wouldn't know. When my friends found out how much they cost, it was a lost. And take another context as a single purchase, it's true that ridiculously expensive. But take another context of a full automation system. which includes saving and investing and contributing to charity. Depends on some vehicles for the purchase that I love. No more like crazy and ridiculous. These are just something I wanted and I could afford, so I bought them. There's more to money than just extravagance. You can also use it to create memories and experience to enjoy. When I got married, I sat down with my wife and we decided on the key things that were important to us. We're fortunate that both sets of our parents are together and healthy. One of our dreams was to invite our parents to join us on our honeymoon part of it and create amazing memories together. Invited them to Italy and took them on food tours, cooking classes, and wine tasting, and basically treated them like royalty. We knew we wanted to create the memories to make it happen. I made a few changes to how automatic money flow, and the money was redirected automatically. You'll never forget seeing the four of them together with us, tasting the cheese for the first time. This is what I mean when I say that, man. A small but important part of living a rich life. Maybe I'm dream. When I'm honest, the investment money right now is got a large man. I should contribute to it for long. And it's just a professional one testers and stock pickers are clueless and hiding with them. Alright, dit wordt blind test is of a 12 versus I Anton with 200. Intelligence computation mercury was a research at the University of Minnesota studied and sent shockwaves through the minds. Don't understand why. Joined the net and make the seven recognize better tolerance. I read on right. After tasting the tolerance experts describe the wine. The red wine is dense, deep, and spicy. Or commonly used to describe the red wine. The white was described when it stands in higher pressure flow. But was it the 200 chapters and even more than actually both white wine. Red intended as food coloring. Think about that for a second. 57 wine experts could tell they were drinking blood in their mind. Believe it. But hey, there's something I need to talk about when it comes to experts. We need to get another experts. Feel confident. She is informed pilot behind the controls of a trusted doctors to prescribe the right medication, and we're confident that our lawyers will stay us right through the legal tangles. And we devour the words of the talking heads in the media. We thought that the experts deserve to be compensated for the training and experience. After all, we wouldn't hire someone off the street to build a house or remove our wisdom teeth from it. All our lives we've been taught to defer experts, teachers, doctors, investment professionals, but ultimately, expertise is about the results. You can have the fanciest degrees from 20 years old, and if you can't perform what we are hired to do, your expertise is meaningless in a culture of worshipping experts. What have the results been? When it comes to finances in America, they're pretty dismal. We've earned failing grades, financial literacy, recent results show at high schools wanted And 61% of questions correct and the national financial literacy test. Now, college students, 69% up. Keep in mind, this is basic financial literacy. We think investing is about guessing the next best stock. It's not. Instead of understanding ourselves by saving and investing, that's what we did. Something sounds right there. When it comes to investing, it's easy. Stocks, hedge funds, that's why I got to mention fact the expense ratio, interest rate allocation goals, and diversification. That's why so many people say, can't I just hire someone to do this for me? This is a million question because, in fact, financial experts, in particular, fund managers, and anyone who attempts to predict the market are often no better at the job than amateurs. In fact, they're often worse. The vast majority of people can earn more than the so-called expert by investing on their own systematic investments in low-cost funds. Shall go on in the next chapter. So, for the average investor, the financial expertise is a must. There are several reasons for this. There's how you deal with how about the urgent testing. Like just express self to be put on pedestal to deserve tens of thousands of dollars in fees. If so, what kind of performance do you demand of them? Interest being rich with your control, not some experts. How rich you are depends on the amount you will save. Okay. Can be able to save. Oof. Investment plan, acknowledging this fact. That's because it means dealing with this, no one else will blame if you're not rich, no advisors, no complicated investment strategy, no market conditions, but it also means that you control exactly what happens to you and your money over the long term. You know what the most fun part of this book is for me? No. I was not a personal finance chance that I constantly wish I got look inside this here first. If they just believe in it, but enough people read this chapter. Investing in expensive mutual funds or a financial advisor. Generate billion what the return target. It's full of it, obviously. It's obvious the rule. Just like the investment returns. Not really understanding how much they made after factoring in is but surely they must make accurate returns because why? Because they wouldn't continue investing if they weren't making lots of money, right? To show you how you can perform. The people choose at least a fixed stocks in mutual funds. They have to regardless of the predictions about whether the market is going up, down. They go higher interest rates in oil production and the butterfly flapping movements in China all make the stock or affect the stock market. This forecasting is called timing the market. But the truth is, they simply cannot predict low or even in which direction the market will go. Even from people wondering the energy sector, currency markets, or Google every single day. Who knows about those things? I certainly don't, especially in the short term. Unfortunately, the fact is that nobody can predict where the market is going. Still, the talking is on TV, make grandiose predictions every day. Is it right or wrong? Am I held accountable for them? The media feeds of every little market fluctuation. Under the pundits read gloom and doom about the multi-hundred-point crash in the market. Then 30 days later, the front page is filled with images of hope and unicorns as the market comes 500 points. It's a thing to watch, but step back and ask yourself, am I learning anything from this, or am I just being overwhelmed by information about the market going up one day and down another? More information is not always good, especially when it's not actionable and causes you to make error in investing. The key takeaway is to completely ignore any predictions that pundits make. They simply do not know what will happen in the future, even though you'd think they'd know better. And managers also cooperative financial help. You can see this in the trading of funds itself. Mutual funds turn over stocks frequently, meaning the bad sell stocks a lot. Getting trading fees and if the other side is say management chase the latest hot stock, confident of their abilities to spot something that millions of others are much more. They also demand extraordinary compensation, and despite that, fund managers across the board still fail to beat the market 75% of the time. Human fund is still friend the manager return 80% over the last 2 years. It's great, but just because someone beat the market for a few years doesn't mean they'll beat the market the next. Starting in 2000, S&P Dow Jones did a 16-year study found that the fund managers who beat the benchmark 1 year extremely difficult time. Sometimes the next. If you have an active manager who beats the previous 1 year, or beat the index again the next year. Yeah. So I ask you to name the best stock from 2008 to 2018. You might guess Google, but hey, do you have guessed on your January and to answer an example of how experts contact the market. Pundits and the media know exactly how to get our attention, flashy graphics, loud talking heads, all the editions about the market almost never come through. These may be entertaining, but look at actual data that will shock you. Putnam's investment studied the performance of the S&P 500 over 15 years, which time the annualized return was 7%. They noted something amazing during a 15-year period. If you missed the 10 best days of investing, the days where the stock market gained the most exponential return was dropped 7% to 2.96%. And if you missed the 30 best days, your returns will drop from 2.70 returns. In actual dollar value, if you invest 10,000 and get your money, that's over the 15 years. End up 30,000. She must attend the stage during the course of 15,000 and if you such a stage, you end up 6,000. They start but the certainty of doing it. John Fisher, the market is going down, ignoring. I feel with the trend. It is coming to go. Technically, when it comes to investing and compound interest, the feeling is already draw strength. The long-term solution is to invest regularly, putting as much money as possible into local diversified funds, even in an economic downturn. This is crazy. Focus on it and time, good time in the market. If you invested $1,000 in Google stock 10 years, the tree was 3,000. So if you did the 10,000 purchase Domino's stock, your investment would have gone almost up to 18,000. The problem is that nobody can consistently guess which funds or stocks will outperform or even match the market of that. Against line. So ignore the bias restrictions. That results ignore the lowest year two of the fund's performance. A fund manager may be able to perform very well over the short term, but over the long term, the manager will almost never beat the market because of expenses, fees, and the growing mathematical difficulty of picking outperforming stocks. Single chapter. When you're evaluating a fund, the only way to really gauge it is by looking at its track record for the last 10 years or more. Financial experts report before. They can application to the funds to industry including both mistake that mutual content for experts are sneaky. even rotating cover interaction with the connection same to both companies. Started estimate for funds and so for exporters thinking really matter. One of the biggest tricks they use is to neglect what they wrong. And also an author of the smartest investment book you'll ever read describes a study that illustrates how financial ratings companies are Morningstar stock rating that investors can use to get a quick take on many stocks' performances. Continue to keep thousands. Think companies like Morningstar offer rating of fund that are supposedly some reflection of their value. But the idea of Morningstar is most ratings and why for two reasons. First, receiving a golden stars doesn't actually predict success. A study by researchers Christopher Massimo showed although the low star ratings were work in predicting poor performing stocks, the high star ratings were not accurate. For the most part. There is statistical evidence that Morningstar's highest rated fund or highest and leading rated funds. Just because a company has shiny stocks they fund does not mean it will the future. Second, when it comes to funds, validating companies that around something called survivorship bias talks the picture of how well a company is doing. Survivorship bias exists because funds that fail are not included in any future studies. For example, the company is not 100 funds, but only they have 50 left after a couple of years. The company can trumpet how effectively 50 funds are by betting on the 50 funds that failed because that failed and have been erased from history. In other words, when you see best in fund pages on mutual fund websites and investments, it's just as important to think about what you are seeing. The funds on that page are the ones that didn't close down. Out of the pool, really successful funds. Of course, there will be some five-star funds. Yeah, my hand is getting so sore. Like, I'm keeping it for so long already. Like, damn, damn. There are indeed investors who have beaten the market consistently for years. Warren Buffett, for example, has produced a 20% annualized return over 53 years. Yo, that's been nice, Warren. Imagine your name is Warren, though. Like, no offense to Warrens out there, but damn, Warren Buffett. Peter, manager of Fidelity, returned 29% over 13 years, and Yeltsin has returned 13% over 33 years. They have phenomenal investing skills and have earned the title as some of the best investors in the world. But just because these guys can consistently beat the market doesn't mean you or I can. Yes, theoretically, it is possible to consistently beat the market. It's typically the returns about 8% after I will cut to inflation. In the same way, it is possible for me to become a heavyweight boxing champion with millions of people around the globe trying to beat the market. Statistically, there are bound to be a few extreme outliers. Who knows whether who knows whether their success is due to statistics or skill. But even experts themselves agree that individual investors shouldn't expect the equal returns. Swinson, for example, has explained that he achieves outsider returns because of top-notch professional resources, but more important, access to investments that you and I will never have, such as the therapies, venture capital, and hedge funds. He uses to bolster his asset allocation. These professionals spend every week an hour studying investments and they have access to proprietary information and deals. Pop investors have no chance competing with him. Financial companies know very well about survivorship bias, but they care more about having a page full of funds with great performance numbers than revealing the whole truth. As a result, they consciously created several ways to test funds quickly and market only the best performing ones, thus ensuring their reputation as the brand with the best funds. These trees are especially insidious because you're never know to look out for them. You see a page full of funds with 15%. That they actually assume they'll keep giving information in the future. Management if the five-star ratings from a trusted company are known to survivorship bias and the fact that most ratings are meaningless. It's easy to say that financial experts can come just looking to fatten their wallets. How to engineer a perfect stock picking record. Since we know it's almost impossible to beat the market over the long term, let's turn to probability and luck to explain why some funds seem irresistibly compelling. Although a fund manager might be lucky for 1, 2, or even 3 years, it's mathematically unlikely to continue beating the market. To examine probability theory, let's take an example of an unscrambled scammer wants to sell his financial service to some naive investors. He emailed 10,000 people, telling off that the stock will go up and telling the stock will go down. This is just a freebie email to demonstrate insider knowledge. After a couple of weeks, he notices. Uh-uh. After a couple of weeks, he notices. Wait, yeah, it's okay. And indeed, on upper trends, he eliminates stock B and focuses on the stock A. Even and I told you so. This time, he splits the email. 25% of people told us of seeing 25%. CUT goes up and the next cycle is up. I've seen big stocks usually each cycle is availability. For some people, select electrons is investment basically the same is through the pages of 5 stock funds. You see environment strong interest development expertise just because of impressive stats. Mhm. I bet you don't need a financial advisor. You've heard my runs against the media hype surrounding investment and poor performance of most professional investors. This one category of financial professionals that I want to warn you about. Financial advisors, how do you say, don't I don't have time to invest. Why can't I just use a financial advisor? I guess that's also called. Most young people don't need a financial advisor or have such simple needs that they simple a little bit of time. Yes, financial advisors don't always look out for your interests. Supposed to help you make the right decisions about your money, but keep in mind related to what's best for you. So, if you get a good advice, I really information. First job company offered similar hours to a former employee. He realizes his financial advisor has been taken for a ride. Years ago, my friend Joe emailed me asking me to take a look at his investments. He suspected he was being taken for a ride by his financial advisor. Within 5 minutes of talking to him, I knew he was in a bad situation. Chose the entrepreneur was an so this advice figured he was in music for the next 40 quid. Told me for certain keywords measure. To involve as I got interesting, including life insurance, annuities, especially based on certain our payment. They've been overcharged and receiving final fees you pay with certain of everything to a cost broker. This my laptop will last for about an hour. So then, yeah, I think I can. I won't be able to obviously live stream everything else, but I'll be able to do my trading and then my laptop will probably end up giving inches after that. So then I won't be able to stream my keyboard. I guess that's okay. As long as you guys know the time here and I'm doing it. That's all that matters. Taking a large task that I'm planning this. The latest position If you discover that there is nothing you should switch on the water about the variety of emotional tactics they use to get you. Also, I'm not so used like that. Deposit to line with wasting for the challenge also expected to fail at the levels. Hey guys, I'm finished reading on page 200 now. There's about 300 and something pages. So almost there. After this book, not sure what I'm gonna read next, but 20 pause. Don't start soon with my things. Oh, ja. So. I'm about to go outside and just get to finish in with a cup of coffee. And then I'll be back to my trading.